Hello everyone. Welcome to the next lecture on the CSIR Net Mathematics 2025. Now today I will upload the how you can solve the solutions related to the differential equations. Myself Dr. Harish. You can follow and subscribe my YouTube channel where you can see the various lectures related to the solutions of the CSIR Net Mathematics. You can see that each solution I have explained with the help of the fully shortcut tricks. You can follow and subscribe my YouTube channel for more updated videos. In this lecture, I will upload all those questions related to the differential equations. There are three questions asked in that. Now, how you can solve the question in a very simple manner. Remember students, you have a maximum of the 1 minute time periods in the examinations. Fine. Read the statement very carefully. Consider the non-homogeneous differential equation and your target is to check whether the solution is bounded, whether it's unbounded or tends to zero. Fine. Clearly say from the left hand side, you can easily find the homogeneous solution. Fine. That give you m is minus 2. So your solution will be y is equal to c1 e raised to power minus of 2x c2 e raised to power minus 3x plus the value of the particular solution. Now how you can find the particular solution? Because the term sine of e raised to power minus x, so that means the method of undetermined coefficient you can't apply, but whenever you want to integrate, if you apply the variation of parameter methods, fine, definitely this term must be present and it is not an easy target for you can integrate. So then, or moreover, if it is possible you can integrate, but that is not the answer in the 1 minute. So how you can solve the answer in the 1 minute? Read the statement very carefully. You can see from your options. Your target is not to find the exact solutions. Fine. Your target is to check the bounded on the intervals 0, infinity. Is it fine? So what does it means? That means whenever x is greater than 0 means x approaches infinity. So whenever x is a large number, e raised to power minus 5x is my small number. Fine. And what is the concept behind that? Sine of x is approximately equal to x when if x is my small. Fine. So because x is my greater than 0 is the positive number, then x is a large. If x is large, e raised to power minus x is a small number. So basically this right hand side term is basically e raised to power x minus 5x. So now can you find this method? Can you find the particular integral of e raised to power minus 5x? Now you can easily use them. It is 1 over 25 minus 25 plus 6 e raised to power minus 5x. So your required solution is e raised to power minus 5x over 6. Is it okay? But this is my approach. This is my approach that I can tell you. You can approximate the solution with the help of this rule. क्लियर? क्योंकि आपको एग्जामिनेशन में 1 मिनट का समय चाहिए और 1 मिनट का मतलब आपको स्टेटमेंट ऑप्शंस अच्छे से पढ़ने हैं. अब आप आंसर दे दीजिए. एवरी सॉल्यूशन इज बाउंडेड. यू कैन सी इट्स e raised to power minus x which is always be less than of the 1, less than 1, less than 1. Yes, this is my bounded. There exists a solution which is unbounded, but that can never be unbounded. Fine. Every solution is unbounded. Every solution goes to the 0 as x approaches infinity. So what will happen if x goes to the infinity? This value will goes to the 0. This value will goes to the 0. This value will goes to the 0. So yes, this solution goes to the infinity or 0. So A and D are the right answer of this problem. Always remember, read the statement very carefully. आपका आंसर आपको 1 मिनट में ही मिलेगा, क्वेश्चन कोई भी हो आपको. फाइन. आपको स्टेटमेंट, आपको ऑप्शंस बड़े ध्यान से पढ़ने हैं. उम्मीद करता हूं आप वीडियो को लाइक और कमेंट जरूर करेंगे. Okay, look at the second question. Again, read the statement very carefully. What is given to you? You have the differential equations y raised to power 5, y raised to power 4 up to y is equal to 1. Initial condition is given to you as y of 0 is my b. And what is the b? B is the any real number. Fine. it defined the maximum interval is IB. Which of the following statements are true? There exists an alpha which is a positive number. That is, the first option is alpha is my positive number. Then for every B with B is my greater than alpha, that is basically the B is my positive number, then its a solution is bounded above. There exists alpha for every B, again B is my positive number. In this case, alpha lies between 0 and 1, minus infinity, that is alpha is negative, and B is less than of alpha, that means B is also be negative. So that means your target is to check whether B is greater than 0 or B is less than 0. Is it fine? And then your target is to check about the bounded below, bounded above. So they are talking only for the boundedness. So that means your target is not to get the solution of this problem. Fine. So I think it's a very simple. Again ये मैं अपनी अप्रोच बता रहा हूँ कि अगर मैं आपकी जगह पे हूँ कैसे सॉल्व करता हूँ और मैं कैसे पीवाई क्वेश्चन सीरीज मैंने शॉर्टकट ट्रिक से आपको इस प्लेलिस्ट में एक्सप्लेन करी है. Now you can see I can use the first method. First case, whenever B is my greater than 0, that means B is my positive. Fine. मैं फिर से वही केस ले लेता हूं. That means B is very large number. Fine. B is basically my Y. That means Y is my large number. Whenever Y is my large number, this differential equation is approximately Y raised to power 5. Why? Because you can see Y raised to power 5 is always be greater than 4. Y is always be greater than Y cube and so on whenever Y is my large number. Or in other words, what can you say about that? That is Y raised to power 5 dominate other terms. ऐसे ही तो होगा ना? Dominate other terms. Now, once you know y raised to dy over dx is approximately y5, but still you can see they are not talking about the solutions. So y is my positive, that means this number is my positive, that means this is my derivative is my positive, that means y is my increasing. Fine. Initial solution is given as a 0, that means x is my 0, the rate of change is my positive, that means it is my increasing. यहां तक तो समझ में आ गया. फाइन. एंड इट इज इंक्रीजिंग अप टू व्हाट, बिकॉज कितना अप टू व्हाट कहां तक जाएगा, जहां तक बी जाएगा, एंड बी की वैल्यू क्या है आपकी इंफिनिटी, दैट मीन्स दिस इज अनबाउंडेड अबव. और बिलो पे क्या है, बिलो इज अ बाउंडेड बिकॉज वेन एवर वाई इज इक्वल टू 0 इट इज बाउंडेड बिलो. This is the case when B is a greater than 0, that is first option and second option. Now you can see it is bounded above, but we get bounded unbounded above. Bounded below, that's a correct option. Is it okay? Now we will discuss a case second. What is the case second is whenever B is my less than 0, that means B is my negative, that means B will approaches to the minus of infinity if you consider the larger number. Whenever B approaches minus infinity, still it is a dominant, that means dy over dx again approximately be the y raised to power 5, but that is my decreasing, and whenever it is my decreasing the graph will be here. So what does it mean? This is my unbounded below, but it is my bounded above. So you can see it's a bounded above whenever B is my less than 0 and it is unbounded below. But he said bounded below. So the correct option of this problem is B and C are the right answers. So देखिए कितना आसान तरीके से समझा रहा हूं मैं आपको. मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूं आप इन प्लेलिस्ट को देखिए. इस प्लेलिस्ट में सब क्वेश्चन मैंने आपको इसी पीवाई क्वेश्चंस और कंप्लीट शॉर्टकट ट्रिक से ही एक्सप्लेन करा हुआ है. फाइन. एक और मेथड है, देयर इज वन मोर मेथड हाउ यू कैन सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम. सेकंड मेथड, इफ यू लुक अबाउट द राइट हैंड साइड ऑफ दिस डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशंस, क्या दिमाग में आता है आपके? इफ यू मल्टीप्लाई विद 1 minus y and divided by 1 minus y, the numerator becomes 1 minus y 6. फाइन. अब फिर से मैं केस बना लेता हूं. when b is my greater than 0, fine, that is a y is my larger number. Whenever y is a larger number, 1 minus y raised to power 6 is approximately minus of y6 and it is minus of y. again you can see it is y raised to power 5. And again you can see it is a positive, so it is increasing, and whenever it's increasing, it's a bounded below. On the other hand, whenever b is my less than 0, y will approaches toward the minus infinity. Again, dy over dx is approximately be the y6 over y. That is again y raised to power 5, and it is again decreasing. Fine. तो हमेशा आप स्टेटमेंट को समझिए, जो पूछ रहा है उसी के बारे में आप क्वेश्चन को बताइए. तो क्या आपको ये दोनों क्वेश्चन की अप्रोच पसंद आई, जिसमें आपको समय भी कम लगा और इजीली सॉल्व भी होगा? चलिए थर्ड क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. द थर्ड क्वेश्चन इज रिलेटेड टू द इनिशियल वैल्यू प्रॉब्लम एंड द सिस्टम ऑफ द डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन. अगेन अ वेरी वेरी सिंपल. अगर आपने ये सिस्टम ऑफ द इक्वेशंस, डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन लेक्चर सुना हुआ है, then you can get the answer in a very simple manner. Firstly, I can tell you the simple shortcut tricks. Fine. What is the shortcut tricks? As I mentioned you, whenever you have the system of the equations ax plus by dy over dt is cx plus dy, then always try to find the eigens value of the matrix. Matrix is linear matrix A, B, C, D. Find the eigenvalue, find the eigen vectors. But एक चीज दिमाग में रखनी है, ये आपका x और y, that is A, B, C and D, they are my constants. Fine. तभी आप उसकी आइगन वैल्यूज, आइगन वेक्टर्स निकाल सकते हो आप. लेकिन अगर आप इस सोल्यूशन में देखिए, दिस इज नॉट ए कांस्टेंट, दिस इज नॉट ए कांस्टेंट. So your first step is to make them as a constants. So मैं एक substitution ले लेता हूं. I can say u is e raised to power minus of 2t into y. इससे ये constant हो जाएगा. Okay. और अगर मैं यहां से e की पावर 2t कॉमन ले रहा हूं, तो then again it becomes a constant. Fine. Now I can find the value of du by dt. तो क्या आ जाएगा? It is a e raised to power minus 2 is outside. It's a y dash minus of 2y. Fine. I can substitute the value. What is the e raised to power minus? You can see e raised to power minus of 2t. Y dash will be x minus. Fine. And what is the value of this? Is my u. That is x minus u. So I can substitute here. If you open this bracket, it is x minus u. And if you open this bracket, it is my minus 2 of u. तो आपका सिस्टम क्या बन गया? dx over dt is my x minus 4u. du over dt is my x minus 3u. Fine. Now you can see this is my constants. Then you can find the eigenvalues of the matrix. 1 minus 4 minus 3 1. So your eigenvalues are lambda square plus 2 lambda, 3 plus 1 is 0. So your eigenvalues are my minus 1 and minus 1. That is the same root. Fine. Then what is the shortcut tricks? As again I mentioned in this lecture, आप इस lecture को सुनिए. अगर ये root same आ जाए, if your eigenvalues are same, lambda 1 and lambda 1, then your eigens, or you can say the solution is c1 plus c2 into t e raised to power lambda of t v1 plus c2 e raised to power lambda t of v2. Fine. Where v1 and v2 are the eigens vectors. Now can you find the eigenvectors? So firstly eigenvector is a minus lambda I. So a plus lambda I of x is my 0. So that will give you a plus, that is the 2 minus 4, 1 minus 2 of x is 0. So that will give you 2x will be my x and u. So 2x minus 4u is 0. Because if you use the elementary row operations, this value becomes my 0. So that means your one eigenvector will be, you can choose 2 and 1. Fine. So your v1 will be my 2 and 1. How you can find the y2? Because there is only one eigenvectors. So second eigenvector you can find by using the concept of the generalized eigenvector. So that I will tell you again. It is A of x. Instead of writing as a 0, it must be equal to 2 comma 1. So that will be 2 minus 4, 1 minus 2, which is equal to 2, 1. So can you find the solution of this? So if you divide by 2, 0, 0, fine, it will be 2 and 1 minus 1, 0. So that means 2x minus 4u is equal to 2. X minus 2u is equal to 1. So I can take the solution is 1 comma 0 satisfied. So V2 will be your 1 comma 0. Fine. I can take an e raised to power lambda, that is a minus, common. Fine. Now your target is to find the solution. This is my x, this is my u. Okay. Now you can substitute the initial condition. What is the initial condition is x of 0 is 0. What is the u of 0? U of 0 is 1, y of 0 is 1. This is still 1. So I can substitute the value in the given equations. This is a 1 and 1. This value will be t is equal to 0. It's a 0. So it's my twice c1, 1 times c1 and plus c2 plus 0. E raised to power 0 is 1. So that will give you c1 is 1 and c2 is my minus 1. So you can substitute here. Your solution will be 1 minus t, 2 and 1, minus of 1, 1 and 0 of e raised to power minus t. So final your answer will be, your x will be, you can take the first pair 2 minus 1 e raised to power minus of t, and your u will be 1 minus t of minus t. Once you know the u, can you find the value of the y? By substituting in here. So y will be e raised to power 2 into t. So 1 minus e raised to power plus t. Is it okay? Now you can check the options. Firstly, we can check x of 1 is 0. You can see x of 1 is my non-zero. So that means the option second is cancelled. X of half will be 0. Fine. And y of 1 is also 0. So that means the third option is the correct option. Now your target is to find that t raised to power minus 2 x into t. So I can find the solutions. T raised to power minus of 2 x into y. So that will be 1 minus 2t, 1 minus t, and take limit as t tends to infinity. So it will be 1 minus 2t, 1 minus t over t square as limit t tends to infinity. So एक एक t मैं अलग कर लेता हूँ. It is 1 over t minus of 2 and it is 1 over t minus 1. So what is the limit as t tends to infinity? Minus of 2 minus 1, that is plus 2. So that is a fourth is the correct. D is the cancel. So C and D are the right answer of this problem. Yes, there is a need of the little bit calculations. Fine. But remember always you can apply this method only when A, B, C, D are my constants. ज़्यादा डिटेल के लिए आप इस लेक्चर को सुनिए, आपको इंटरेस्टिंग लगेगा. Fine. This is the first method you can solve this problem by using this concept. मैंने ये क्यों बताया? Because I already explained the same concept in my system of the differential equations. There is one more way how you can solve the system of these equations. Fine. First of all, you can convert this system of the equation into the one variable. How? You can see, I can find the second derivative. Fine. I can change all in the x. So this is my dx over dt. I can use as a product rule. It is a plus 8 e raised to power minus of 2 minus 4 e raised to power minus dy over dt. I can substitute the value of the dy over dt. Fine. So that will be dx over dt plus 8 e raised to power minus of, so it's, if you multiply them, it's a minus of 4x and it's a minus minus plus e raised to power minus 2ty. y. Now you can see again, I can find the value of the y from the first case, fine, and substitute in this one. Then it is a second order differential equation in the x. Then you can find the homogeneous solution and then find the particular solution. That is also the second way you can solve the problem. That's on your choice. But I always prefer the system of the equations that will take less time as compared to converting into the homogeneous part. So I hope you can enjoy all these three questions in a very simple manner. You can subscribe my YouTube channel. Very soon I will upload the next video. Till then, you can share this video with your friends. Best of luck, students. Happy learning.